Oh yeah, we are doing NASA on this video. We are going to be unboxing the Astronaut, the 1/4 scale statue from Blitzway. Let's hope it arrived in one piece. Yikes. Hello folks, Denobi2 here, and thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. We are going to be unboxing the Astronaut statue from Blitzway. Yes, Blitzway, the company that made the 1/6 scale Ghostbusters, the Ecto-1, Inspector Gadget, and Zorro. They also make statues. Make no mistake, I expect something to be broken in this unboxing. Look, here's the thing, Blitzway and me, I'd say about 80 to 90% of the items that I've purchased from Blitzway have arrived broken, something dislodged, cracked, etc. So I expect this statue here to have something broken. Now, this is not the first time I am reviewing a statue from Blitzway, specifically Astronaut. I did the International Space Station, and the Astronaut came shattered. So I'm going into this unboxing like, all right, I know something's going to be broken in this thing. I'm hoping it's something that I can easily fix. Because look, I'm not going to deal with the whole return, shipping. No, I don't. I really don't. And they probably don't even have a replacement anyway. And I want to keep this. I kind of regret returning the International Space Station Astronaut from Blitzway, even though I could have fixed it. But it's just I didn't want to deal with it. So, little quick fun note here. I am a big NASA enthusiast. This is my little NASA shrine here. Saturn V Lego, the Tamashii Nations Bandai Chogogen Saturn V, Stanley. Now, my NASA shrine, due to space, I've had to expand into the sci-fi realm. So assuming that if it has that NASA or astronaut feel to it, it is allowed to enter my NASA shrine. So you will on occasion see certain characters that really should not belong with my NASA shrine. Anyway, let's get back to the unboxing here. So again, look at all the signs. This thing came very well padded. It was bubble wrapped, styrofoam in the corners. And make no mistake, yes, something did arrive broken in this thing. So now I wanted to take the time and kind of I showed you the artwork and art box, because I do know that these videos, as they age, they are referenced back by other collectors to see what they've missed and so forth. Specifically, it looks like Blitzway is going to keep expanding their NASA line. So I really wanted to kind of do a really nice visual tour of this whole unboxing. That way, if anybody ever decides to, I don't know, a couple years down the road, they buy a pre-owned one or used one, they know what to compare and what was included and what was not included. So this is my visual inspection right there. So far, everything looks good. And I'm kind of doing the touching, and I'm like, and right there, that arm, I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's a new design element. Maybe it's a flexi arm of some sort. Hint, it's not. The arm is broken. So I'm holding the left hand right there. So yes, my astronaut's left and right hands did arrive broken. So let's look at the base here. Now, I wanted to show the bottom of the base here, specifically for me, that if I ever wanted to reference this video just for myself, so that I don't have to lift this whole piece up, I can see what was written underneath the base. I'm using my little air blower here to get rid of the little styrofoam little dots. I live in the desert, and the static buildup out here is next level nuisance. So again, at this point, as I'm touching everything there, I'm still not convinced, or at least I'm telling myself that the astronaut is not broken. I kind of come to realization later on, like, oh, the arms are broken. I did read the instructions and put the little O-ring there, and it's telling me to install the ladder. And I love the ladder. I love the weight to it. The actual ladder is plastic, but man, it does not look like it's plastic at all. So I love it. I love the whole design. I love the plaque on the leg. This was a little bit challenging. You gotta look at the pegs. The square peg doesn't fit to the circle type peg. It's for kids. But it's sturdy. This is a heavy piece. It's not as heavy as the International Space Station Astronaut. If you're curious about that, I actually did review that on this channel too. I think it looks nice. It's not as grandiose as the International Space Station Astronaut. It also doesn't have that sticker price as well either. This was, I think I paid $800. I bought this through a California retailer, Hobby Galaxy. I specifically chose them because there's not a lot of retailers out there that decided to carry this piece. Specifically Sideshow. Sideshow did not want to carry this, and I don't blame them. They're like, oh, Blitzway and a statue? No thanks. We don't want to deal with the returns. That little plastic peg of the ladder popped right off. It just fell right off. I'm going to end up gluing it later on in the video and putting the... again, this is... Once it's in there, it's pretty well secured. And a little plastic doohickeys there from the ladder keep falling off. Doing just a visual inspection there, and then more pieces that fell off. I had to research where these things fell off. I have no clue at that point. I love this angle. I took the camera and I was looking down. I just kind of imagined what it would be like as Neil was climbing down the ladder, and Buzz is like, you know, second guy on the moon. It's like, hurry up, dude. So here I'm adjusting. Yes, you can see my pretty face on the reflection. Something that I thought that they were going to do. I thought they were going to put the insignia for the astronaut. You know, is it going to be Neil? Is it going to be Buzz? But they just kept it very generic astronaut. And as I'm thinking about it now, it's probably for licensing, because I would imagine Neil and Buzz probably have their names licensed. Now, this is a sample container, and that's supposed to fit in his left hand right there. I have no clue. It's supposed to be held up with tension. There's a little string, a little cable on there. That's actually part of the actual prop there. And it's at this point I realized, oh, the hand is broken. And you can see where it just kind of dislodged itself from the glue that they used. And I'm not disappointed. I mean, it's not, for me at this point, it's not the end of the world. I'm like, oh, cool, I can fix this. And what gives me a sigh of relief is that because it is a cold stone resin is for the body and it's covered in fabric, I know I can fix this pretty easy with some Gorilla Glue. And at this point, I'm just trying to decide, well, should I take the sleeve off? And I mean, look, you can see the little shards on there. I mean, if you need any more evidence that this arm was shattered upon delivery. But I mean, it fits on there. Again, it's trying to fit the square peg into the right angle on there, but it does. So that gives me the confidence that I can fix this. Now, it's the right hand here, or the right arm where it's shattered. I could cut into the fabric and glue it on. I'm not going to, though. I think with a little bit of positioning of that arm, I can probably get away with it. I'm going to attach the safety tether because they weren't sure if they were going to sink into the lunar regolith. So they had the tether on there. It's just a safety precaution. We didn't know if Neil, if he didn't have the tether, he would fall into the sand and sink in. Now, I smeared tons of Gorilla Glue. I love Gorilla Glue. Oh man, this is the gel version, and it sets. I would say I held onto it for about 5 minutes, and it was welded on there. It was lock, stock, and barrel on there. And then I ended up using the liquid resin, Gorilla Glue. I love, this is the right here, that clear, oh, I love that stuff. Once it hardens, it's like hard, it's like adamantium glue. I dab a little bit of that, and I would put those parts on there, keep it nice and secure, and put the sleeve on, and lo and behold, I have my 1/4 scale, 1/4 scale Astronaut. And I also moved the watch. The watch was on the right arm. It really should be on the left arm. And near the bicep, they wouldn't have had the watch on their wrist, just because it's easier. It's easier to look at the time when you're lifting your elbow. See, when you're inside this astronaut suit, it's like pressurized balloon, so there's less resistance just lifting your arm up just to look at the time. Otherwise, this is beautiful. I love it. 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 I think Blitzway did a good job. I would have wanted options for badging, but I guess it's for licensing reasons. I would have wanted like Buzz's badge or even Neil. And they kept it. And here's the thing too, I have the DID Corps astronauts, and they kept it very ambiguous as far as the suit. So you really, I'm going to assume it's Neil. I'm going to assume it's Neil Armstrong on this. I mean, it's climbing off the actual lunar lander. I love the detail on this thing. This is gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Man, oh man, I can't wait. I really, really hope we get to go back in my lifetime, go back and visit the moon. And I'm not talking about rovers or drones. I'm talking like human beings walking on the surface of the moon. It's been way too long. We need to go back. I would love to see the surface of the moon in 4K. Nice piece, like I said. If you're a big NASA fan, it's worth collecting. Another thing too, where I really enjoy doing this unboxing, is that statue collecting is not for the faint of heart. There's always something unexpected when it comes to statue collecting, and this is something that I really wanted to point out, where people just, well, I would prefer statues, and it's for me, statue collecting is very stressful. It takes up a lot of space, but if it's a certain piece that you really like and you really, really want to add to your collection, I say, so be it. Like, subscribe, leave your comments below, and I'm going to try to pump out some more unboxing videos. See ya.